Okay, hi everyone. What are you having for lunch? I have not eaten yet. Joanne, have you eaten yet?
I had breakfast about an hour ago. A little yogurt parfait. Woohoo!
Okay. So yeah, we're a little behind here. But guys, we're missing Bill. He's late. I'm not surprised, Bill Schulz, but I'm going to introduce Joanne to my viewers just in case they're not familiar. And if you're not familiar, you really should be because Joanne's amazing. She's hilarious. She's beautiful. She's smart. I
Go
mean,
on.
no, really. Joanne is a former Miss New York USA, and you would never know it because she's so humble. Up here's Bill. Bill, I'm going to add you to the stage here, okay? So get ready. All right. Yay. He's awake for us.
Hi, Bill.
Hello?
Hi. Where are you?
Uh-oh.
You're live right now. Just letting you know. You're totally live. We'll let Bill get his bearings straight here.
Oh my God.
And you have like a weird light that's shining down.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. How about now? Oh, no, wait.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. This is great. So
no, it's my kitchen. 1 second.
Oh, no, take your time, Bill.
Yeah, really, take your time. But no, I met Bill and Joanne from the Compound Media Network. They have this great show called Mornin, and now you guys brought it to YouTube. Is that right?
That's right. It used to be a Monday through Thursday show. Now we do once a week because I'm literally not paid to do it now. So I don't feel like doing more.
It's debatable that we were paid that much to begin with when we were doing it every day. But
okay, that's fair. I mean,
we're looking for advertisers.
It's a great show. Like I said, I really enjoyed going in there. And oh, hi, Sue. Sue, thanks for joining us. Bill's here now, but
sorry,
you don't have to say hi to him because he was late for us anyway. So what does it matter? But yeah. Oh, hi, Sheila. Thanks for joining. And again, yeah, I guess so. I'm new to live streams, and obviously Bill and Joanne are very new because Bill thinks that you can just pop on at like 12:32 and like the live doesn't start at noon. Maybe I should have I should have said something.
You just sent me the link.
She emailed it last night.
I actually did. I emailed it, but you probably didn't see it. But literally,
I didn't get it. You put a T in Schultz. You absolutely put a T in Schultz.
Sue, hi, Bill, even though you were late. I know.
I can show my emails.
I'm sorry. Why are we all ignoring the fact that Sue has the best security ever? Look at that cat. Is that a cat?
I don't know, Sue. Is that a cat? Yeah, it looks like a cat. It totally looks like a cat. But guys, can you also tell the audience, you guys were also on Red Eye on Fox like a while ago, and that's how you guys met. Is that right?
Kind of, yes. Joe took my job. I'll let her explain.
Yeah. They told me, so basically there was an opening on the show Red Eye for a co-host. I had been a guest a few times. Bill and I actually overlapped on 2 episodes. I was a guest while he was still there. Then I was on for like a full week. They told me Bill was on vacation. And then they were just like, well, a spot has opened up. Do you want to join on? I didn't realize Bill had been fired.
My gosh. Wait, okay. I'm just going to say hi really quick. Hi, Forrest. Hi, Taryn. I'm so happy you're here. And yes, that's Sue's cat, Storm. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so wow. So that is not ideal, but it's great that you guys met because of this, for what happened after, right? With Mornin.
I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. Define great. I mean, it's a thing that happens.
I regret the last 7 years of my life.
Well, I don't because I got to meet you guys, but I brought you guys on here and, people watching or listening, you guys jump in. You know that I always pin these comments and you can ask questions, whatever, or share your input. But let's just start really, really quick with all of the celebrities that died because
no kidding.
I know that maybe not all of them are like A-listers per se, but I was kind of affected by Richard Simmons and Shannen Doherty for one. That's just me, but I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'll go backwards, I guess. Shannen Doherty passed away at 53 from breast cancer. She'd been fighting this for almost a decade. Pictures just surfaced of her last outing, which was in June with friends and family, and she looked like she was happy. and seemed okay. But I think we all saw this coming. And I did take a look at all of the celebrities paying tribute to her. And Sheila's in Scotland and she's like, what the hell was going on over there? It's true. But yeah, I think that was a big one for me. Brenda Walsh passed away. I feel extremely old and sad now.
So, she was actually having a lot of health battles, and I think she might have actually died from brain cancer, not breast cancer.
No way.
Yeah. So a former Red Eye guest, Dr. Kelly Powers, also has been fighting brain cancer for years now and had made a post about it. And I just double checked online. I do think, the cancer spread to her brain. So that might have been what ultimately caused her death. But you know what? I was a little too young for the 90210 years. I'm a true millennial, like born right in the middle, but I wasn't allowed to watch it. My parents didn't think it was wise, although my dad would let me watch Baywatch with him. So what's going on, Dad?
That's really funny.
Yeah. But I loved Charmed. I watched Charmed all the time. And she was one of the sisters in that. So yeah, she was really a part of my like cultural zeitgeist in like the early aughts, and it's awful. So young.
You know what else is awful?
Hi, Jay. But yeah, I don't know if I was allowed to watch it, but I did anyway. Same with Sex and the City and a bunch of other shows. But I think I started watching it late because I saw Kelly Kapowski was on it, and I was like, oh, I have to watch 90210. I mean, yeah. So, but Bill, did you? I mean, I'm sure you had your experience in your brain with Shannen Doherty, but
yeah, I grew up in its heyday because I'm old, but I hated it for no other reason than to this day I can't grow sideburns, and all the girls, particularly Luke Perry, they dug, and I guess they all had sideburns for a while. They're really kind of long Elvis things.
Yeah,
that was the thing, and to this day, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's like one little pube right here. That's about it.
Gross.
This took forever, by the way.
I mean, it looks great.
It looks like a dirty
No, Taryn just said she was devastated about Richard Simmons. I still remember owning a pair of RS 10. Wait, he made sneakers? I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I just loved him because I love watching like the videos of just him interacting with people because he was just amazing. And I started getting really into his Twitter. I don't know if anyone follows him. He's the Weight Saint. You need to follow him because he has the best stories. Like, and he was just getting into everything that he was about to do with like a Broadway show and I believe a biopic as well. There was the whole Pauly Shore drama, which I was totally there for. Yeah. He did not want Pauly Shore to play him. Let's just put it out there. He did not want that. And Pauly Shore was very butthurt about it. So,
well, another reason I'm old, I grew up also in the heyday of the Weasel, Pauly Shore on MTV. And when you look back at the way the Weasel dressed, he was gunning for this Richard Simmons thing back in 1991. He always had the little tiny short shorts.
I kind of remember
Richard Simmons fro, very curly. Like even before he knew who Richard Simmons was, he was gunning for this role.
I just remember
they were always very similar.
What was it, Encino Man or whatever? I remember that, like when he was doing some, the buddy. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. Sorry.
Do we know what he died from? Have they released a cause of death?
No, he was in his sleep, or it was in his sleep, I guess. And same with, I didn't discuss this yet, but Shelley Duvall also died in her sleep from diabetes complications. Shelley. But Richard Simmons, he passed away like a day after his 76th birthday, which is crazy. I felt really sad about that. I wasn't ready for that because he was just doing so much at this point. So, and this is just, I'm going to pin this. Jay, I feel lost without you and Shannen. I'm in need of a Jay rant. I know there's no trials right now. So what are we going to do? This is crazy. Sorry for all the trial.
I have a question for you ladies. Which one of these is the Farrah Fawcett? Do you know what I'm talking about? Farrah Fawcett famously died about 2 hours before Michael Jackson. And as a result, no one talked about Farrah Fawcett for the rest of the week. It was all Michael Jackson all the time. So out of all the people that we're talking about, and I think there wasn't just Shelley Duvall, we're missing another person.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth. There you go.
Dr. Ruth. Yeah. So of all of these, which one's the Farrah Fawcett? Well,
I get, It's tough also because we haven't really talked about the attempted assassination.
What?
So yeah, like
No.
okay.
This
You're
happened?
good. You're good. But I just mean I feel like all of these deaths could have gotten overshadowed. Even
I thought Richard Simmons was going to be Farrah Fawcett just because of the assassination attempt happened an hour after Richard Simmons died.
Right.
But then all these other people die. I don't know.
No, I agree with you. I guess it would have to be Dr. Ruth, I guess, just because she died first, and then it was Richard, and then it was Trump, and then it was he didn't die, but yeah, and then Shannen Doherty. So I think, for me, it's Dr. Ruth.
And I hate to say it, but wasn't she like 102 or something?
She was like 90.
I mean, she's had a life,
Yeah.
This wasn't one of those, I hate to say it, I wasn't aware that she was alive.
Yeah, and Taryn says Shelley Duvall. And it's funny because I feel like there's certain celebrity deaths. I know for me, I'll start getting calls and they'll say, hey, can you come on and talk about this person's death, whatever. I mean, these deaths specifically, I don't think they really made national news. And if they were going to make the national news for a segment, that certainly wasn't going to happen after Saturday. I think that I think that at this point, the media, no one's going to talk about anything except for Trump for the next week, I would say.
Oh my God. That's already being proven correct.
I know. It's crazy. So I feel like everything kind of got Trump.
Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of being old.
Nice, Lauren.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. I asked. I'll tell you, Joe loves her wordplay. This will show you how truly old I am. One of my first memories was the assassination attempt of Ronald Reagan. So figure I was probably about 4. And I think maybe I was 5, but it was like 1980, 81. And it is very much like this, where I wasn't really sure what was going on. I remember my folks explained to me, but the reason I remember it is it was the very convoluted shot of John Hinckley trying to shoot Reagan was played over and over and over. It was just, and this was before there was cable news. There was only 3 channels, but it was wall-to-wall coverage of that same shot. And that is exactly how this is playing out. It's that earshot just over and over again. And it will continue to be that way for the rest of the week if history is any indicator.
Yeah. And well, also, I think the fact that we know so little about it at this point, I mean, I actually can't believe he had 3 names. I was like, seriously?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like that's crazy. No, me too, Taryn. Don't worry. Bill's old. It's fine. But and Joe wasn't there for that either. But
I didn't see what she said.
She said, sorry, I did it so fast. She missed that one. She was still in the womb. I'm like,
that assassination attempt.
Yeah,
I know. I get it. Hey, that means that Joanne will never be an assassin. She doesn't have a middle name.
That is true.
Yeah.
But quite possibly I could be in the musical Assassins. That's right. There is a musical about all of the assassination attempts on presidents.
Yeah. Well, by the way, this is how I make Joanne feel better. Look, the reason that Joanne doesn't have a middle name is that her mom doesn't really love her and could care less. That's a fact. But here's how I make Joe feel better. She could be a president because
Abraham Lincoln didn't have a middle name.
George Washington
didn't have a middle name.
Oh, my God.
I don't really listen.
People watching right now must not be, they're probably not familiar with your banter and your back and forth. And they probably were like, oh my gosh, did Bill really just say Joanne's mom doesn't love her? Guys, I swear they joke. She's so used to this. It's really fine. I promise you it's not hostile. But yeah, so I think
help me. It's hard.
It's true.
Okay, good. Taryn says she loves it. Thank God. Thank God no one's offended by you.
True, though. She has no middle name. I've never met anyone that didn't have a middle name.
I think I might have met someone, but do you care, Joanne, that you don't have a middle name?
Yeah, I guess like growing up, everyone else did, so I was the odd one out, but I was also wearing a back brace, so that kind of trumped the no middle name. Like that is the thing that was more noticeable.
Oh, actually, no, you know what? Actually, that's a good point. When you're little and kids are like, what's your middle name? And you're like, I don't have one. They must have been really mean about it.
Yeah, I guess. But like my sister didn't have one. My parents don't have one. Like no one in our nuclear family does. So
Well, I was so stupid as a kid that if you told me my name's Joanne Nosachinsky, I'd be like, oh, Anne's her middle name. I just would have thought that. Yeah, I never would have thought Joanne was one name.
Yes. Well, Joanne, okay, so say Joanne got married a year ago, right? A year ago? Okay, so she has a beautiful last name now, Goodhart. Very easy to pronounce. No issues, whatever. Please, I still can't even say it. Your maiden name.
It's very different.
Nosachinsky. It's Ukrainian.
Say it normal. Like say it like
Nosachinsky.
There you go. No, yeah. So I could never say it, and I'm so glad that you changed your names for people like me. You don't have to announce it. So
what's so interesting is that I'm an actor, so I would go into auditions and casting directors. It would be a point of conversation. Oh, Nosachinsky, what is that? Oh, such an interesting name. And I was very excited to change it because Goodhart is way easier to read and pronounce. But now I have people going, oh, wow, Goodhart. What was it like growing up with a name like that? And I go, I didn't. I married into it. Like, I need a better story.
A good story. Not a good story. Yeah. It's actually, they're probably like, cool. You ready?
Okay, moving on.
Now. Yeah.
Doesn't Joanne Goodhart, though, sound like a character in a Hallmark movie? Yes. It doesn't sound like a real name to me. Joanne Goodhart's like the one, the neighbor looking for love.
Yes, cast me, please.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Or like the girl next door that just moved in, and no, I like that, Joanne Goodhart. You're right.
Look, she's getting the character.
Yeah. Wait,
I'm always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Your mom really hates.
I just moved in next door.
You by your middle name. I don't know who people are talking to if they use my first name. Oh. Wait, because you said you have like 4 names, Taryn. Well, so it's funny. My son, his name is Matthew James, but we call him MJ. And I told him he can, when he's older, if he wants to go by Matthew or Matt, he can change his name. And he doesn't get it. He's like, okay, my name's MJ. I'm like, okay, I won't even explain to you like how this works. He doesn't get like phonetics or like just like initials or anything. So I'm like, all right, I don't know. But just going back really quick to Trump, I have to say, I'm not going to get political like at all, but one thing that I heard someone say, and I heard a few people say this, and I read people who posted stuff like this. They said, oh, like, I wish he never missed, or I wish he would have hit him. And I'm just like, and these are people in like positions of power and people who have a big following, people who worked for certain Democratic congressmen, whatever. I was shocked at those comments only because the minute a presidential candidate or a former president gets shot or his head explodes on stage from a bullet, we've become a third world country. I mean, we've essentially become Pakistan. I don't understand how people can root for that. I literally am like, how could you root for something like that? Regardless of who this man is, how much you hate him or how much you don't hate him. Hi, Disney. Thanks for joining. Why would you say something like that? Why would you want that on, you know what I mean? Why would you want that for our country and for people to see that and see what a wreck we are and what a mess we are? I just was very disgusted by that. I don't like that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Although the whole thought process, you kind of took me out of it when in the middle of your very thought-provoking words, you said, "Hey Disney, thanks for checking us out."
Sorry. I do that. I need to get better about that, or I need a moderator. At some point
oh, it's adorable.
I know. I'm like, "Hi Disney," and we're Pakistan. No, I know. I need to stop. But yeah, the hate comments, and agreed. Like, regardless of if you like somebody, if you don't like anyone, I just would never say anything like that. And for people in these certain positions, there was like an Eric Adams administrator who said that. And I was just like, I can't believe it. You were in a position where you shouldn't talk like that.
And Lauren, to your point, even if you're not in like a political position or some sort of high status job, don't you worry about a blacklist? Even like, you don't even text something like that. Like, in this world of surveillance, like, guess what? If something happens in the future, eyes are going to be on you. But yeah, I mean, it's just disgusting to wish harm sort of on anyone. And I feel so bad for, let me find his name and say his name, because I feel like it's not being said enough. Corey Comparatore.
Yes,
I might be saying that wrong. Again, Anosachinsky, it's hard. That it's just the fact that someone did die, like everyone's talking about the grazing of the ear, but there was a death here. And I think there might've been other people who were also injured. So like, we need to focus on that, I think, a little more.
Totally.
You know, the last time I really think that we were quote unquote all on the same page and all together as a country was right after 9/11. And I feel like it lasted for like 2 months tops.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a good example. The South. The South immediately afterwards were all these songs about how loving New York. And we got to get behind New York. And then about a month after the fact, they're back to hating us again, which is par for the course. That feels normal. But like, we can't get together on nothing. And anything that we kind of, I almost like, it's sad but true. We need a common enemy again. Like something outside of the United States. But even then, there's.
But I don't even want to wish for that, Bill. Like, if we saw what it took last time to unite us, like, God forbid, we don't want anything like that again.
Yeah. No, I so agree. And just to go back to Joanne, I mean, everybody agrees with you here, Joanne. And Taryn says, are there any updates and on the people that were injured? And yes. I heard the same, Sue. There's not much out there about the people that were injured, but Corey was he was a retired FDNY captain. He was a girl dad, and he shielded his wife and his daughter from this bullet, and that's essentially how he passed away. And it's horrible. And like you said, we're not really talking enough about him at all, but I was happy to see that they put his name out there and that he is being honored in a way. But his daughter wrote this post that I put on my Instagram story, I think, but it was so sad. I mean, and it was so real because she's just like, my life will never be the same again after today, literally ever. I am a changed person, and that's that. But I'm just like, I'm just sick of like the weird blame and I don't know. It's why I used to be sort of into politics, and now I'm just not anymore. Like,
well, Lauren, I think I'm sure you saw all over social media because it's hard to ignore. Yeah. Oh, wait, someone agrees with me. Taryn, thanks.
Yes, I know.
Everyone was very quick to say things like this was staged or do the conspiracy theories. And I think a part of that is because it's terrifying, right? The idea that someone could get within a lot, like, what is it, 143 yards? Like something not very far.
I thought it was 500 yards or something like, 500 yards.
I'm not good at measuring. Pageant queen. But just like the idea that it could be a real assassination attempt. And had Trump's head been slightly at a different angle, like that is terrifying. And the idea that security or whoever didn't catch it is terrifying. Yeah. So I think that's why people like jump to this can't be real. But it is. There are victims. And I think, Lauren, like you said, there's still a lot we don't know. And in the next few days, hopefully we will learn a little bit more. And those who maybe dropped the ball, we'll figure out a way to make sure that does not happen again.
There were people in the audience pointing at the guy while he was doing a bear crawl on the roof. Being like, hey, what's going on here? Like, and that's not good.
No. And it was reported
to be a follow-up investigation about that.
This morning it was reported that local law enforcement was in charge of the roof. And I'm just like, okay, what does that even mean? Some of these headlines, you're just like, I don't know what the hell that means. At this point, people are arguing over if it was personal security detail up there that he hired outside of Secret Security, or I'm sorry, whatchamacallit, Secret Service. Like they're separate. And I'm like, this is becoming completely a mess. And I don't even know where to look at this point. So I reached out to Bernie Carrick, who's a former NYPD police commissioner. Sure. He's like, he helped hire a lot of Trump's old security. And I'm like, I want to get the details. I want to know what should have happened, what happened, and what's going to happen moving forward here. Because some of the images I saw of that female Secret Service agent, like behind hiding, I was like, seriously? You're like, why are you hiding? Like, you're not supposed to hide. I don't get it. Like, what, it's yeah, very, very confusing. But yeah, we're obviously going to continue to hear more of this as the week progresses. I'm certain of it. And we're not going to stop hearing about it probably until November, right? I mean, or I guess on a regular basis.
They are saying that at some point today, Trump is going to announce his VP nominee. That's a little I heard. I don't know if that's going to still happen.
Well,
I think he was possibly going to announce it when
No, I think he is going to, because wasn't he golfing yesterday?
Yeah.
Like Trump is just like, let's go. Let's move forward, even though apparently a chunk of his ear is missing. No, I would take at least a week. I would take a week. And I would watch my mukbang videos on YouTube and my slot machine videos on YouTube. And I would eat my Pringles and I'd drink my wine and have a nice excuse to take a rest.
You don't need an excuse. This is just what you do.
It's just my life.
I was going to say, who needs that?
We need, Disney says he'll still announce it today, no doubt. But hold on. Actually, I want to go back to one thing, Joanne, that you said before about people putting things on their social media or Twitter or even texting things. I think most of the people watching right now, they all followed the Karen Read trial. And I always knew, like my husband would always be like, don't put that in a text. Don't do that. And I'd always be like, who cares? Like, whatever. And then I started, doing some investigative reporting and I was like, oh, okay, I get why you probably shouldn't put certain things in a text. And then I watched the Karen Read trial and I watched the most ridiculous texts be read in front of everybody. And I mean, it was so cringy and you felt like weird kind of listening to some of these text messages because it's just private and it's just, and it's just awkward. And so I think that trial really made me never want to text anything literally ever again. I mean, the things I would put in my family text, like a text to some of my mom friends, what we say about our kids, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And yes, Sheila, I just hope and pray that my texts don't come back to haunt me because I've cleaned them up a lot since the beginning of April.
Oh my God. Half the things that Bill texts me would be shocking.
It's got a lot of material. See, that's the thing. People don't read them in the intended tone and the winky. I always forget to add the winky emoji.
Well, I think that
if you just read them normally, sure, they sound like I'm threatening her life, but they're meant to be read with joy and I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble.
No, this definitely after this, and I had to see. I mean, I still make some of those texts from that trial like in my regular everyday language. I mean, I literally said, you guys, Sheila, Disney, you guys definitely know, and Taryn as well. The well from Brian Higgins. I still I text my husband that I'm like well, it's horrible. And the same. Well, I won't get into it, but anyway, you guys, Bill and Joe, you don't really follow trials. You're not.
There would be some we'd be into. We were really into Johnny Depp. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I was asking Joe because she's might be half in the bag with the wine and the Pringles right now. So I have to ask.
No, it involved poop, so I'm well aware. Yeah. But no, Lauren, I don't look into trials in real time. Whenever they then make a documentary about it, that's then when I watch. Like Netflix, was it Netflix or one of the streamers? I can never keep them straight. Just did the one about the woman who essentially repeated the plot of Gone Girl. This blonde woman who just
right?
the Papini case.
Yeah.
I love all of that stuff. But again, I watch everything a few years after the fact.
Yeah, I guess when the docs come out, that's when you can really dive in and they put it all together. But like with Karen Read, I literally told my husband, we were in bed one night and I'm looking at Twitter and I'm looking at this drama unfold. And you guys know, I mean, there's a guy that was reporting on this case in Boston. He's known as Turtle Boy, and his mother passed away and somebody hung a dead turtle, like in their or his parents' backyard or something. And listen, this has nothing to do with the case, but I'm watching this unfold on Twitter and I'm like, what? This is seriously happening? And then I told my husband, I'm like, there's going to be a documentary and you are not going to believe what is going to be on the screen. And I'm going to be like, no, I told you this. No, I told you this in real time. Remember, I told you this, because it's like you just can't make it up. And I think that's where I've just been like, and you feel bad because then, the victim in all of this, John O'Keefe, who is a police officer, gets forgotten because of all the craziness. And you don't want that. But
where do you find a dead turtle?
I think they murdered the turtle. I don't know. I don't know all the details. I really don't.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. No, it's
easy to catch.
I mean, I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. Disney knows. They hung it on the fence. Okay. In his parents' front yard, like okay. So, right, whatever. But that's weird. And that's horrible. And that's like, just not, it's not productive in life. And I just don't get why this is a thing and why, I don't know. And it's being investigated. Okay. I didn't know that. Wow. All right. That's good. See, I try not to get too much into the drama, but I can't help it because it's in my feed. And so I'll click on it and I'll kind of know. And then I'm like, okay, this is a lot. But anyway, that is my point. And then, with Baldwin, I think many of us watching, I mean, on Friday, you guys obviously know this, that the case was dismissed with prejudice. Yeah. After the defense filed a motion to dismiss the case because they had accused the prosecution of hiding evidence, some of this ammunition that was used, in the gun. And the judge agreed. And I was just in shock. And one thing, I never thought that Alec Baldwin should have been on trial for this in the first place. I was definitely on his side for a lot of this, but his message on Instagram after the case was dismissed didn't even bring up Helena's name. And I felt bad about that. I was like, man, I feel like you should have at least mentioned her name. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mention her name in your post, but he didn't. It was about him. So, and I guess at this point it was about him, but it's weird. It's a little strange.
I think it was about Stephen Baldwin. I have a bet here. I will bet a huge amount of money that Alec never asked him to come support him, be there. Every time you looked at a picture of Alec at the trial, there was Stephen Baldwin in the audience just going, he had his little glasses on. Yes, he's really being there to support his brother. Now, he was there for the free publicity. Alec didn't either know he was there or certainly did not ask him to be there. But there he was every day, just pursing his lips and showing support for his bro. Yeah.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Lauren, if you want a good fictional case to watch, there's a new show, I think it's on Apple, it's called Presumed Innocent, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, no, that popped up on my Apple, what to watch.
It's really very good.
Yes, I like it.
The casting is great. It's the writing is really good too. So yeah, I think it's worth a watch. Right now, I think there's 6 episodes and they're coming out weekly. I don't know who did it. And it's so hard for me to be surprised. I feel like with a lot of these fictional things, I can just kind of tell. But yeah, I'm getting another compliment. Oh no, the show. You agree the show is good?
No, but someone else agrees with you. So I'm just letting you know. And then Disney said a lot of people think that was good. I just want to go back up to the chat really quick because not that it really matters, Taryn, but I want to it was a big ass turtle. Oh, not one you can get from a pet store, like an alligator. Goo. My God.
Oh, I know what she's talking about. The kind that's heads are about the size of my head, which is really saying something.
My goodness.
They kill you.
Yeah. And then Disney said half the people who think Karen Reed is guilty hate Turtle Boy. That's why, there's definitely a lot of just overlapping there where maybe, people are not necessarily thinking clearly. And then Taryn said, I wish Biden would have mentioned the victims' names from the Oval. Yeah, I rewatched that. He definitely huffed like an Adderall and really had some nice contacts in to read the teleprompter, because that was actually fine what he said. But yes, he should have said the victims' names. And then we need, you need Marlowe to be the judge in Canton, or I'm sorry, in Dedham, and look at the crap and the deceptive evidence that was introduced last week. I need to dig more into that, by the way. And if you guys are watching, I'll be doing that tomorrow with Brother Counsel. So make sure you tune into that at 12:30, the lunchtime live. And back to people agreeing with Joanne. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I don't like that. By the way, I'm going to agree with Joe. First of all, I do know how it ends, but because I read the book when I was a dorky kid, and I also saw the movie. But I'm so into this, I'm also thinking that it might not end the way it did in the original movie. And
wait, you're talking about the show on Apple?
Yeah, it was based on.
I have no
point,
and there was a movie, but I'm really into this. I like it.
I haven't seen or read the previous media, so yeah, I'm just into it.
Okay. I have to watch it. I'm watching Mayor of Kingstown. Is anybody watching that? That's my favorite show.
I heard that's good. I've no point of it. I just accidentally got into Presumed Innocent. I don't even know how it happened.
Wait, you guys know that when I was on your show like 2 summers ago, you guys had Andrew Howard on, and he was on season 1 of Mayor of Kingstown. And when I saw him, I was like a fool. I was like, wait, you don't remember that? I think I was like embarrassing. I literally was like, you're on my favorite show. Like, and he's
I know Andrew's ego. He loved that. Oh, he enjoyed the hell out of that.
Okay, good. Okay,
well, so much stuff. Like, I'll forget that he's in something, and it'll be like a sizable role. Like, he's a great character actor.
Andrew is literally in everything. I'll have to do a live with him or something. But he was in the first season of Mayor of Kingstown. He was the drug dealer. Like, and I forget his name at this point. It's been 2 seasons, but they killed him right towards the end of the show. But he always plays like the evil guy. Like, he's always evil.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right. But I saw him on, and I was like, oh my God, you're on my favorite show. But this show is every Sunday, and it's all about, like, give me a show with prison and corruption. And I am like, hi, I will watch it, and I will, I will love it.
I believe that about you. He also oddly always plays, even though he's Welsh, he oddly plays Russians a lot. Lots of Russians. He's got sort of that Eastern European look about him, I guess.
Andrew, let me pull him up really quick so I can show everybody what he looks like. And tell me if you guys recognize him. Andrew Howard, where's the images? Okay.
He played the Red Scare in, oh God, what's the superhero show on HBO?
It's one of my favorites. Damn it. Why can't I remember?
It's the one on Disney Plus, right?
I believe so. Yes. The Watchmen.
Watchmen. Yes. So good.
A great role in that. Do you guys recognize Andrew? Maybe. Come on, Sheila. You have to.
I have a quick this is like, maybe this isn't breaking news at all, but you know, a big Hollywood secret is when a lot of them want to get washboard abs really quick, they've got this harness that gives them electric shocks, and it electric shocks their stomach into like abs quicker, or it's supposed to.
Oh, I've seen the influencers do that.
I want to do that.
So I went to visit Andrew one time, and he had one of those, and he's like, "Oh, mate, put it on, give it a shot." And he had one of these like really industrial, like maybe only Hollywood types get. And he put it at an 11. And then he had video of me writhing on the ground going, get it off. And I was having full on, like I'm sticking my finger inside.
Did you your pants? Oh, can I curse?
Yeah, of course you can curse.
Yeah, I came very close. And it was like the first thing he gives me when I come in. I'm like, all right, I'll put it on. And it was horrible. I still have nightmares about that. And I couldn't get it off. And I'm literally just kind of bouncing around the room.
Wait, that is so funny.
Yeah, it was rough stuff.
He does a lot of stuff, so I can see that he has to really be in shape. He literally isn't. I just noticed that I pulled up a picture. He was in Limitless, and Disney said he looks like the guy from the movie Transporter. Was he in Transporter, Bill?
I think he might have been.
He probably was.
Yeah.
Guys, Andrew Howard is in everything, and yes, Karen said we encourage curse words here.
He's okay.
Yeah. Oh, Sheila says, okay, don't get mad at me, Sheila, but I didn't love Your Honor. It's only one season, right? I think it's only one. I didn't love it. It's Bryan Cranston. He was good, but I thought it was like a little, I have a really bad habit of comparing every show to real life. Like Mayor of Kingstown, which I love, I'm kind of like, I love it, but why do you have so many explosions? There are not that many explosions in real life. I don't understand. And I think that's my big problem. I need to stop with that. Was he in Yellowstone? I don't think he was in Was he? I don't know. Andrew Howard?
I'm terrible with his IMDb. He might have been. I mean, he's like, there's a lot of them, like, he'll mention it, and I'll just sort of pretend like I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember it. And I completely had no idea. And they're like, big
Sheila said she unfollowed me for that. No, I love you, Sheila. No, but really, we should try to get a live with Andrew. I'll like send him a text.
Yeah.
He's so busy though. He's like, yeah. I mean,
you know what he's playing now? I think just wrapped. I believe that's what the insiders call. He's playing a dad that to make ends meet becomes a late in life porn star. And you know how like MILF is a big, obviously, category in porn.
Yeah.
The new hot thing in the movie is dad bod porn. And he actually, when he first got the role, I don't know if he'd read the whole script or whatever, but he started getting in really, really good shape. And like, no, you need to have a dad bod. Like, you can have like a gut and everything. But yeah, and he becomes such a superstar that they do like products. You know how I guess we're allowed to swear. You know how they like do a sculpt. They'll do a mold of a really hot porn star's vagina or a guy's penis. He has one of those with his face on it. He showed me one of the props. It's unbelievable. I was very jealous.
So did he have? So he had to gain weight and get like a belly for this, like for
like not fat, but like a dad bod. You know,
but like compared to what he normally is, which is like very
he's in good shape.
Yeah, I know.
I some weight.
Taryn, I don't think it is a thing. I think that Bill was saying it's a thing for the movie, right? I mean, it could be a thing.
It's like the new trend, but it's not a trend.
Honestly, there is a subcategory to every category. It might be a thing. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like I have to look this up. This is my husband's computer, so I don't care what I Google. Dad. Oh no, sorry. I Googled it and it came out all blurry and stuff. So this is disgusting. Sorry. I didn't think it was going to come up with actual pictures. I guess I don't Google porn enough.
I don't think, and again, Karen, I don't think dad bod porn is a thing, but in the movie it's a thing.
Yes.
Like, it's the hot new category. Yeah.
And if anybody would know, Bill, apparently it would be you. Because you searched for the dad bod.
I put the bod in dad bod.
Yeah. Speaking of children, something really funny. When I first met Bill and Joanne said something so funny to me. And yes, because I always went back. She didn't mean anything like negative by it. And I thought it was super funny. But then I had to like go back and like just look at some of my pictures and like my stories. And I was like, are they? But she's like, Lauren, like your children always look very sticky. Like they have like sticky mouths and like sticky fingers and like, and I was like, I think we were live on the air and I was like, it's hilarious. And then I was like,
it was so rude. That was so rude of me.
No, listen, we all say funny things. Like we do this. That's what we do. And I like went back to my Instagram or my Facebook and I was like, they don't look that sticky. I was like, they don't look that sticky. But then like my pictures on my Instagram stories, I was like, okay, yeah, they've got ice cream like dripping down. But whatever. Yeah. But now, guys, I like check my children. I rarely post them anymore just because people are psychos. But now I check them and I'm like, let me look at your mouth. Let me look at your fingers. Are they sticky? Would Joanne approve or are they too sticky?
Honestly, you're welcome because you know, we like to keep up appearances, okay? And sticky children it's just, that's not what I want for you, Lauren, because that says more about the mom.
Well, exactly. And that was my whole point where I was just like, oh God. I was like, I have sticky children. This is not who I want to be.
Yeah, they're always just like, they have treats. They always have like treats and their hand, you know, their
nobody takes a picture of their kids eating broccoli and chicken, what you put on their plate for dinner. You take a picture of your kids smiling with ice cream. Like that is, it's true. Taryn, no, really. Yep, it's true. And you know what else? It means they're enjoying whatever they're doing. Exactly. If they're sticky, it means that I don't need to wipe them and be all okay, well, whatever. I'm getting weird now.
I always like to say that Joe paints with words. And that was a great example. And I remember exactly when she said that, because I remember I'm like, it gave me such a visceral visual. And I'm like, thinking back to summers as a kid, I was like, wow, I was always sticky. Like, and it took me right back to that. Like, it was like a popsicle, you know, just anything I was snarfing on, it was on me for the rest of the day. I probably had a handprint of ice cream on my head.
Okay. And like, to you, like, just to be fair, 2 years ago or whenever, 3 years ago when you said this and I was on your show, like, my kids were younger. They were like 3 and 5. So part of me keeping them happy and at bay and not annoying and not fighting was always stuffing them with some kind of candy or sugar. Like, whatever. Why am I still talking about this and sticking up for myself? I'm sorry. I stand by, yes, I stand by this. And Forrest, absolutely.
Sticking up for yourself. Nicely done, my friend.
Okay, that wasn't even on purpose, but here we are. So,
well, and listen, Lauren, your kids always look happy. I think if nothing else, I'm just jealous of your children.
They're very cute. You have very cute kids, and I know why. You both have the same thing. I'm sure Joanne's kids will be awful, but they'll be cute. But you both have cartoonishly large eyes, and genetically that makes for cute kids. I think any kids with giant eyes, they're usually pretty cute. Yeah.
Thank you. That is so nice. Well, Bill, I think that your nieces are super cute, and you seem like
I only have nephews. What are you talking about?
No, you don't.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like,
it'd be funny if I only had boys and you thought they were girls.
Who are you hanging out with?
I literally was like, what do you mean? But they're obviously very cute. And honestly,
very cute. Thank you.
They're so cute, and you seem like the best uncle. And honestly, I want you to be my uncle. So,
you're very sweet. But it is true. Like, the ones that the nieces like me a lot more because like the nephews have gotten old. They've sort of wised up, and they're like, Bill's kind of pathetic. But the girls are still young enough where I still kind of got them fooled a little bit. And also I speak to them on their level. They're like, this guy is not a lot smarter than we are. So
no, you know what? You guys are so entertaining. And I want to shout this out, and I'll put this in the notes too. But you guys, I tagged Bill and Joanne, their YouTube. So go subscribe to that. But also,
thank you.
Yeah, of course. Follow them on Twitter as well. They both have like this ridiculous Twitter following, like of 40,000 people plus. I mean, like, did you guys acquire that from your days at Fox, or like, how did this happen over? Okay,
I had very loyal fan base.
Yeah,
as late as we were on.
Very, very loyal. I mean, and this was the Gutfeld crowd, right? That's what it's late now. Okay, so just tell me, your Twitter is just at Schulz, right?
It's Bill Schulz. And by the way, again, I guarantee you misspelled my Hotmail.
No, I didn't.
You put a T in it. Yeah, you did.
No, I swear to you. Hold on. I'm putting this in the chat notes for now. It's just at Bill SCU.
That's it.
No, I did it. Look. SCHULZ.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's Bill's Twitter. And then Joe, tell me once this sends, what's yours?
It's just at Joanne Goodhart.
Thank God you changed that. Yeah.
I know.
Really, for everybody.
But there's no E in heart. It's just HART.
Yes, I did that. And it's also written right there. But I stuck those in there. And then Sheila said she's going to follow immediately. No, really. And guys, subscribe to, this is the YouTube since you guys are on it right now. Mornin, Bill, Joanne, right?
Bill and Joe.
Bill and Joe. Okay. And Joe. Got it. All right. I put it correctly in the episode notes, but yeah, just because if you guys think that like this is funny just for like us jumping on here, you have to see them together and some of their guests, and you'll just get used to Bill telling Joanne that no one loves her, and that
she gives as good as she gets. She hurts my feelings every day.
Okay, fine. And you'll get used to Joanne saying, I don't know, what did you say to me last night that I don't have to pretend to laugh at Bill? I think Bill's funny. So
he says that all the time.
It's called a pity laugh. A lot of times, and sometimes it's a woman thing, right? You just do it to please other people. Women, we got to stop with the pity laugh. If it's not funny, don't laugh.
And I can tell you don't do that. You have that like, I'm not going to laugh, but you're right. And this is something that we were discussing on the live last week with Jack Fox about just saying sorry and apologizing in general. I know for women, I say sorry about things that I shouldn't be sorry about. It is not my fault. But apparently now, just so you know, it has legal implications, okay? So if a cop ever accuses you or anyone accuses you of anything, never say sorry.
That's
never,
good.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Taryn. Yay.
Thanks, Taryn.
Yay. Great.
Thanks,
you'll love them. So maybe you guys, when does your show come out? Which day of the week? Is it?
Usually
It's whenever I get around to editing it or filming it. Usually on Thursdays or Fridays.
Okay, for new shows. Okay, got it. So Mornin, Thursdays for now. Maybe they'll get a little better about promoting it because you guys don't really do a good job of promoting it either. And yeah, you need to get on that. But Disney, I'm with you. I am always saying sorry as well. And yeah, I said this to Jack, but this is a part of why the whole Karen Reed thing, when everyone's like, she admitted to hitting him. I was like, I don't know if she necessarily admitted it. Yes, some people claim that she did, but the whole thing of did I hit him? Could I have hit him? I feel like that was a female thing, being like, did I do this? Even though maybe deep down, you know that you didn't do it. Again, just opinion. And being the girl thing, that always happens. So,
well, Lauren, I work in a restaurant with a Gen Zer. Like literally, I could have birthed him. Like he's 16 years younger than me. And I was moving around him, grabbing something, and I was like, oh, sorry. And he's like, why do you keep apologizing? Like, he just said it very genuinely. Like, you don't need to apologize. I don't know why you're saying sorry. And that was such a wake-up call of like this is a reflex.
Yeah.
And at least the younger generation is maybe wisening up to it, but geez, we got
they need
stop.
to be a little more sorry, I think. They're not sorry about anything. I mean, literally not. Can I just tell you, like,
She's never apologized to me in my life. I don't know where this is coming from. Like,
I'm not sorry.
You know what's crazy is like, I'll just say something, and if like babysitters now are so expensive, right? Like and I mean a babysitter, not like a nanny, not like a lifer that's doing childcare forever. They're so expensive. I'll just put it out there. I didn't know how much this one babysitter costs, and I agreed to pay it. And it was so absurd. And she was very young, but I guess she had like a degree in like child psychology or something. So she charged a lot more. But the audacity, okay? When I came home and I paid her as much as I did, and like the kids' dinner plates were still on the table, and like the kitchen was, I was so angry because I was like, so I just got home and now I have to like literally clean up this entire mess, wash all the dishes. Like there was toys out, and I was just like, and I'll just say it. It was, you're going to die. It was, and maybe not, maybe I'm the crazy one, but it was $40 an hour. Is that insane?
I want to be a babysitter.
No, I know. I know.
I will babysit your kids.
Wait, so I literally, and again, I was like, this costs more than my night that I had, because when you get home at a certain time, you have to Uber them. This is Manhattan for everyone not not in New York City. Nobody has a car, and you can't really send a young girl on a subway. I know. Listen, I know. I'm not doing this again. I know. And it was my fault for not asking. It was literally my fault for not asking. I know.
I will do it for 30, Lauren.
Yeah, no, Sheila, I said it was $40 an hour. So, and again, I gave my kids a bath and a shower. I made dinner. The only thing I didn't do was like put the dishes, like, cause I wasn't there. So again, when I walked in, I was like, bah! I was so angry. And then sending her in an Uber back to wherever she lived, I was just like, oh my gosh, this night is completely.
Did you hear that, Joe? She gave her kids a bath and a shower. Nothing sticky about that.
Yeah, Joe, my kids shower. Okay.
Did we need both? Did we need both a bath and a shower? It seems like a lot of work.
Well, because my daughter likes to shower, my son likes it, whatever. And so, okay, Gretchen, yeah, sitters that literally sit in the same spot the whole time they're watching the kids. I did ask the kids. I was like, how did it go? Did you guys play? And they're like, no, we didn't play. Like, what did you do? We watched a movie. So I'm just like, okay. I don't know what to expect anymore. I just know that if I were to ever pay that much, I would want my laundry folded because I got a lot of laundry that needs to be done. I would want the dishes washed. I would want the toys put away. I mean, oh, wow. Five fan, you just know now. Yeah, I'm like,
what's up, Matt?
Wait, he'll bring his own toys for the kids.
I have a lot of toys.
Look at all the stuff behind him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and Forrest, it's true. I remember making $5.
Look at how impressed Joe is right now.
The entire night. Wait, what's that, Bill?
I said, look how impressed Joe is right now with all my toys.
What are those?
They're just all the stuff I grew up with as a kid. Not all of it. And by the way, that truck is worth a fortune. That was my dad's truck. It's like from 1949.
I'm like kind of impressed with you, Bill. It's like you're not quite, you're an organized hoarder. Like literally, you're like literally an organized.
I know.
I don't even know how else to describe it.
I've figured it out. And it's part of hoarding. Definitely. I have a problem with anthro, and I can never pronounce it. Anthropomorphizing things.
Keep going.
Anthropomorphize. I do that. I put personalities into that in inanimate objects. It's a problem.
Oh, wait! I love that you can talk about it though, and you're open about it.
I hate people.
Don't look at me like that, Joe. Like
that's why I still have these, Joe. Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, I did get him those.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. Well, Gretchen, Bill, it took him a year to grow that, just letting you know. So, yeah. And Taryn wants to know how the bike is hanging from the ceiling. I would also, is it a hook?
It's on a hook, but the problem is if you were to come in here, you would see how pathetically flat both those tires are. I've not ridden I don't think I've ridden this once in 2024.
So it's a decorative bike.
Well, no, I keep telling myself today's the day, but it's been a while.
You're so funny. Oh my gosh.
I used to like to work.
Hold on. I'm pulling something else up before our time is up because it's just my favorite and she's probably going to get mad at me, but I just want everyone to see this.
Doesn't Joanne drink her drink like a mean girl? I feel like every time she says something shitty, she punctuates it with her straw.
Look at this mean girl. Look at this mean girl right here. Guys, this is Joanne.
11 years ago.
Miss New York, USA.
We have a segment about her being in pageants.
Look how badass she is. I'm sorry.
She looks anorexic. I can count her ribs.
It's emaciation, Bill.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's like literally, she's so cute. Oh my gosh.
I learn fun pageant facts all the time from Miss New York. Joe, tell Lauren about the Band-Aid. This is amazing.
Sure. So if you'll see these bikini pictures,
yeah,
they get very nervous during telecast about a phenomenon called camel toe. And so in order to make the performance suitable for children, we had to wear a very large Band-Aid on our lady bits.
No.
To make sure it would, stay looking like a Barbie doll. And yes. We would have female chaperones who, thank you, Gretchen, who would, before we went on stage, would check to make sure you had your Band-Aid on.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and Laura, if your mind goes where my mind often would go was after hearing a story like this, what do you think my first question was?
Wait, sorry. I just got called out and you're so right. That is all I Googled. I literally go, no chew. I was like, whatever. I was like, yeah, not happening.
But it came up.
Wait, Charlotte, I'm so glad you're here. I know my friends are very cool. They're very cool. And agreed, say no to camel toe. I'm shocked though. The Band-Aid? I mean, okay, not to be gross, but like they're not that big like how do you sorry, I can't verbalize this without sounding crazy, but yes. Oh my God. Hold on. Taryn also wants to know this.
Okay, so Taryn, here's the thing. At the end of the evening, I have to go to the bathroom.
That was my question.
And I go and I sit down, and in the nick of time, I realize I still have the Band-Aid on because I don't know what would have happened. There's got to be a way out. But thankfully, I remembered and took it off. And it just feels like it doesn't hurt to take it off because it's, it's a Band-Aid, and the large ones don't have a ton of adhesive. Also, when you've been Brazilian bikini waxed, it does not hurt as much as that. It's like a walk in the park compared. So
that is, so I honestly, so I did pageants as a child. Obviously that wasn't a thing because we didn't have to do, anything with the bikinis, but we did the Vaseline on your lips, which I'm sure that's like an old thing where so your gums don't stick to your teeth. Yeah. Cause you had to smile like that the whole time, and it gets to be like, yeah, exactly. So we would just do that, but I cannot imagine, my gosh, a Band-Aid.
I like how it went from a Barbie doll to a 12-year-old between the waxing and the Band-Aid. Look at what they do to these women.
Yep. No, it's true. And Bill, really quick, because our hour is up, and I know that people have to get back to work and everything from their lunch break. But I want to point people to some of your writing, because you're a really, really good writer, and you've written a lot of great articles. So just point me somewhere that I can put out.
I need to do more. It's rough out there right now, but I did recently write for Entrepreneur, and it wasn't that recent, about me trying to become a New York tour guide. If you just type in tour guide for Entrepreneur Magazine.
He did just get his license to be a tour guide.
That's amazing. Guys, wouldn't you want a tour from Bill if you came to New York?
It's very boozy. And also, speaking of turtles, I'm trying to do one in Turtle Bay, which is where I live. And there are live turtles here.
Wait. Oh, yeah, because you live right in the 50s.
I'm kind of neighbors to you. Yes.
Kind of. You're a little further east, I think.
I'm in. Yeah. I'm relatively close.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. I got this. Hold on. I got really quick the tour guide. I'm going to remove.
Oh, Lauren Savon's in it. You know Lauren.
Wait, she's in your, hold on.
Yeah, because the pictures are from her birthday party.
Oh, wait, oh yeah.
That's the sexy Alexander Hamilton.
Wait. You look like, hold on, I'm pulling this up right now, but you look like the Mad Hatter or something.
Yeah. I was supposed to look like Bill the Butcher.
Yeah, it wasn't what he was
Willy Wonka.
Wait, who the hell is Bill the Butcher?
In Gangs of New York, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I forgot about
There's
that
Joe
movie,
DeRosa.
even though it was, hold on, this is so cool.
Everyone thought I looked like Willy Wonka.
I mean, yeah, but I thought you looked like the Mad Hatter, and I'm trying to read this at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the hold on, so everybody can read it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, Rachel said every time she sees a pageant, she's gonna be looking to see if she can see a Band-Aid. It's true. I know.
Fun new game.
Yeah, right. Well,
I don't think they have swimsuit stuff anymore.
Oh gosh, did it get that woke? They don't.
USA still does. Miss USA does.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss America doesn't?
I think they're now just activewear.
Oh, is it?
I think that was changed during the Gretchen Carlson years when she owned the pageant. I don't think she does anymore, so they might have switched it back. But I don't really follow Miss America as much because USA is better.
Well, I don't. Which are the ones letting the trans women in?
That's USA?
That's USA, and but they do the swimsuit, so they just
So I think currently Miss Maryland is a trans woman. Okay. And we'll be competing at Miss USA. I think the competition's in August.
Oh, wow. And I have so many questions about that probably are not appropriate or probably would confuse people more. Only because I
lots of Band-Aids.
Well, how many I mean, that's the thing. Or is it
extra strength?
Really? I don't get it. But they don't necessarily have to have I don't know. I get very confused at the you can tuck it, apparently. Like I've seen that in general. I mean, it's just a thing. So
sure, but some people also have full surgeries.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm not sure to the degree in which those competing have. I will say I have seen a lot of fake boobs. The year I competed, a lot of girls had just got the fake boobs done. So very surgery positive community.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I was going to say, I like that. That's great. Like totally do you. I just have questions. I just have a lot of questions. I'd say the one thing that I am like, no, is the trans women in boxing. God, can you imagine being knocked out by like someone that would I mean, no way. That's like getting knocked out by George Foreman as a female. I'm good. I'm fine. Like,
oh my God, wait. I hate that in my mind, I saw someone holding up a grill and hitting you across the face.
Well, you're very literal. Hey, Joe, do you think that Jim Norton will be the judge for when they have their first trans pageant?
I don't know what his schedule is.
He's very much a fan of them. In fact, I think he married them.
Have to do this, honestly. We really might have to. There's a lot of questions people have.
Well,
you really,
Lauren, when Miss USA happens, maybe we could do a post pageant episode.
Let's do that. When is Miss USA?
I think it's in August.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, we will do this again. We will get Bill and Joe back, and Joe can answer some questions about what went down. You guys have to watch. We'll all make a plan to watch Miss Universe. I know it might be painful for some of us, but listen, I feel like let's just do it.
Five Fan made us a great pageant news segment, and I love the lyrics. What is it? Yes, Queen. Get that crown.
Yeah, pageant news, an excuse to show these photos. And it's just like photos of me in a bikini.
In a music format. And then at the end, it's just like, yes, Queen, wear that crown. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very excited. You guys, like I said, I put all of their links. I put them in the chat, but I'll also add them to the episode notes as well. So you can find them, you can follow them, and you can watch them on YouTube. They need to, oh my gosh, Jack can tell us. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we also, we have a friend, Jack Fox. He's basically a human lie detector. He's a statement deception analyst, and he can really decipher these statements. And like, yeah, it's, you guys, he's amazing. You should have him on. He's.
Oh, I love it. I love those guys. And Lauren, you can find out if the Band-Aid story is for real.
Wait, what's that? Oh, no, it's not necessarily like, it's not like that. Like, but I will send him like, just really quick, you know, Amber from Teen Mom, the Amber Portwood, her fiance went missing in June. And like, I will just come across an article and she'll say, I'm not the person that I was, and I'll send it to Jack and I'll be like, I don't like this about what she said. What do you think about it? And Jack will be like, here's why this is not genuine. Here's why she's distancing herself from this, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, he's great. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining the live. Bill and Joanne, they kick ass. Bill and Joanne, thank you for joining me. And we'll do this again really soon, okay?
Please.
I would love that. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, just stick around for one more second when I end this stream. But all right, bye guys. Thanks for joining.
Bye.